Hey, how you doing today? My name is Relyea, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, we are talking to none other than the marketing director of Crowsworn, Matthew Griffin, aka Leth. We had just a really good conversation talking about Crowsworn, and I wanted to show him the ability that I had made in Crowsworn. So if you don't know, Crowsworn is a Kickstarter-backed Metroidvania game. They ended up raising $1 million, and they originally thought that if they were going to only raise $100,000, it was going to release roughly December of 2023. Well, when they raise 10 times as much money, they have to release 10 times X the game, right? So they have been working on a game that is just getting bigger and bigger and better and better. And I'm getting really, really excited for it. So I wanted to show Leth the ability. Apparently he has never seen it before. And so we're going to show that off, and we're going to just talk about Crowsworn stuff in general. So I'm excited. So you haven't seen this new ability, huh?
No. Are you going to be able to screen share while you're recording?
Yeah. So you got the protagonist. So a lot of the things are placeholder stuff here.
Okay.
But the idea is that he opens up his cloak and he's throwing something out. So the way that I had originally described this ability was that the protagonist would open up his cloak, crows would come out of it and fly at like kind of like an upward angle, like they're flying away. And then if they got close to an enemy, they might hone in towards that enemy a little bit and deliver some sort of like tick damage.
Okay.
And so I will share. So in this video, it's the same video. They're about 1.5 times bigger than they should be. And the character animation's a placeholder. Also, if everything seems fine, we'd move on to designing an upward press variation as well. Except you'd launch 3 scythes upwards in a symmetrical fashion. One in the middle, one on each side. This all looks really cool. A couple questions. 1, would the design stay as a spinny moon scythe, or would it eventually be crows? And 2, when shooting the sides up, would they continue to go up, or would they have some weight and gravity that makes them fall back down? And Aleks said yes to both questions.
Okay.
We'll be doing some homing moves with abilities, in which case the crows kind of made sense. But it was a bit trivial. Like, it just didn't feel good spamming homing birds, and it made a lot of the encounters way too simple. So having birds falling with the gravity motion didn't look good, though. So that's why we ended up with the crescents. So he said yes to both questions, but it sounds like they're not going to eventually be crows. They're going to continue to be the scythes, because the scythes falling makes sense, whereas crows falling would not.
Like the crescent shapes that you got here.
Yeah, so I don't know if it'll be that for sure, if that's the final design of it, or even if that's also a kind of a placeholder. It could change a little bit.
To be able to throw crescents like that is just another avenue to like keep a combo going. Or I wonder if you'll be able to like toss them out while you're in the air, or if it's did you have to specify if it was like ground only? Or
I didn't specify. I left things very open. Let's see. I think he does do it in the air.
Wait, he actually does jump and do it, I think. Yeah,
let's see. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, there he goes. Okay. Yeah, so you'll probably be able to do some like nasty air combos with that.
Which, yeah, I'm excited for. I'm really happy. Like, as soon as they showed this off, I'm like, you know what? I'm happy with it. Like, whatever you think is gonna work in the game based on whatever else is in there. I wasn't like, oh, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's try something different. I'm like, no. Like, after that, I asked my 2 clarifying questions, and I said, this is great. Continue on, move on. I just wanted to support the game, and that was it. So
yeah, and yeah, there's a lot of moving parts. I think there was more than one create a move.
I want to say that there was like 6 of them, 5 or 6 total. So there's like quite a few. So if I had to guess, they're probably part of like the grafting system. Like, you won't be able to have all of them at the same time, because I imagine the team's going to have some of their own ideas of abilities.
Right. Yeah, and you have to. Yeah, so if you guys are suggesting abilities and there's already abilities in the game, you want to make sure there aren't a lot of things that I imagine feel, redundant in usage and stuff like that. So maybe some of that was playing there too. But I actually hadn't seen this before, and I wasn't a part of the development process for it. So this is new to me. Looks cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. So have you actually had a chance to, I mean, I imagine you're playing even the builds of the game of whatever is out. When I say out now, but available now, or is it not really like put together in a way that it's a build to play through, or I don't even know how that works.
I've played through the demo. I guess it was 2 years ago now, early game thing, but I think all of that got changed. So I don't think I've technically played any of the
most recent
final
stuff.
game. Well, I tend to wait on playing something until it's close to, or at least, you know, a big section of the game is like close to final. So I can get as close to the end user experience as possible in order to give feedback on that. So it might be a little while before I'm playing the game because there's still a lot more to do.
For sure. Oh man.
And I mean, I can't really, like, I'm trying to avoid seeing spoilers when I'm in the meetings with the team.
Oh, that's got to be tough.
So I'm kind of like, yeah, I'll pull up the browser or something, but then they'll do like a sound effect thing and whatever, or they'll talk about the new art, and it's like you can't help but look, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then when they pull up a boss or something, they're like, well, we've been working on this boss. I'm kind of like, nope. Don't want to look at it. I mean, I'll look at it, but I try not to watch like the video of the move set or anything, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen a lot of the content before I've even played it. And I think
they share a lot too. I mean, there's so much that's going up on Twitter and the Kickstarter updates and different things like that. I mean, just the regular enemies almost look like they're mini bosses almost, with the number of different move sets. It's like impressive.
Yeah, there's a big fighting element to the game, and you can't really just. What's the point of having all these moves if you kill an enemy in 2 quick hits or whatever?
Yeah.
You know, you can't really chain things together or get creative if you're just blasting through everything. So naturally, I think enemies will have more hit points, and when they have more hit points, I feel like you gotta make them more interesting in order to sort of force you into being creative and using that dodge roll. That since you start the game with a dodge roll, so the enemies could be a lot more aggressive. And if it's anything like unworthy, the enemies can like learn, learn what you've been using against them, and then counter that. Unworthy was tough business.
That's exciting. I completely forgot that it's the same team that did Unworthy.
It's a tough game. The enemies are brutal in that game.
Especially
and you lose. If they're they like switch up. Just when you think you got them figured out, they'll switch up their like strategies. But it's fun.
I got like just the biggest smile on my face because I get so excited. I'm like, all right. So yeah.
I think Aleks said it wouldn't be as heavy. All that learning stuff. I don't think it's going to be as heavy in Crowsworn.
Okay.
But there might be a character in there that does it. But he'd be better to ask about.
Or it would be interesting, like, because I watched the Q&A and all that kind of stuff, and one of the things that Aleks was saying is that they wanted to do difficulty settings. So I wonder if even that would be something that gets turned up on higher difficulties or something like that, as opposed to just like higher health points or whatever.
Yeah, maybe there's a flag you could turn on so that they learn on the higher difficulty, but the base difficulty, it's kind of more straightforward. They follow patterns more. But I don't know. That's up to those guys. Like I'm not having influence over that. It's more I'll just be playing the game and be like, wow, this is too hard.
Yeah.
Like even with the demo, I was like, this fight, this is hard.
Yeah, the last boss is pretty difficult. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should have. Man, the version of that boss that I played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was much harder. Yeah, I think they changed how many projectiles there were slightly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lot of little things, but ultimately, I think the most important thing is the boss feels fair. They're hard, but you feel like you're learning it and you can get there.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then once you do learn it, it's not like, oh, it was just luck. After that, it's like something clicks and then you're able to do it over and over again.
It's a great feeling.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I think that's one of my favorite feelings in video games is the challenge and the difficulty. Like some people, I get that I only play video games because I want it to be relaxing and fun, and I get it. That's some video games are supposed to be like that for some people.
Yep.
So
yeah, there's all kinds of gamers out there now. Are you gonna go over the recent update?
I would.
Somewhere?
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay. So there's actually been a couple of updates fairly recently. So the mini campaign survey that went up. And this was because apparently there's a lot of people who are asking to see if they can't get access to the demo. Is that?
Yeah, we get a lot of emails and messages on X, and just, it comes in, people saying, holy cow, I saw the demo. Can I get access to the demo? And we were just, we figured, oh, well, maybe we'll just ask the backers, and if they say cool, then we'll try and think of some way to do this. I guess our approach was like, if one backer says no, we're not going to do it. But then even if 100% of the backers did say yes, we're not even sure if we could pull this off.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
And the feedback from the backers, just beyond what the concerns they were having. There were, it was like, well, how are you going to do this if we already backed at a lower tier and we want to sort of upgrade?
Oh, they want to upgrade. Yeah, that would have been real tough.
Yeah, and so it was like, wow, forget it. If it was like a slam dunk, we might have done it, but now you're asking for a 3-pointer. So
yeah, that makes sense.
We just kind of, very soon after we put the survey out, we were like, oh, this isn't going to work. Okay, we'll do an update tomorrow. And then some people were like, yeah, what are you guys, out of funds or something? Why'd you do a survey for this when I paid for a full game? And we're over here like, we didn't know.
Yeah, you want to run a mini campaign?
Survey. Right, yeah. No, we don't. but there was so many people asking for a way to get the demo. We figured we'd see if it's okay, if it'd be cool.
Yeah. And
it wasn't we weren't there was no subtext to what we were asking. We were just being blunt about it. Like, would you be okay with this? And then if everyone's okay, well, then we were going to talk about how this could be done, but we didn't even get to that stage, really.
Yeah. Was there a decent number of backers who were like, yeah, no, this doesn't feel right?
There were at first, but then when we put out, I would say, I don't know, it was probably maybe 30%.
Okay. That's a fair amount.
Yeah, it was, well, I don't remember what the actual, I didn't see the survey result.
Okay.
I don't think there was an easy way to see like yes, no answers in there, but we had enough no's, and so we were kind of like, okay, even if everybody was like, yeah, go for it, this will be great for the game, we want to support the game, we thought about it and it was like, well, we don't even know how what this would entail. We didn't want to, we would like to put the demo up on Steam or whatever, but then it's like, well, the backers paid for that demo.
Yeah.
So now we were like, well, that doesn't feel right. But then it just was a little too sticky to, there was no easy solution. Like,
yeah, because the demo, also, to be fair, the demo wasn't like a really low tier thing. I mean, it was not necessarily the highest, but I mean, it was like a decent, like you had to like really want to get early access to demo to back at whatever the price was for it. So it's not like it was like, hey, it's just a dollar, a couple dollars more or whatever, or it's not like the demo was cheaper than the original thing. Like it was up there. Like you're starting to back at a higher tier to get the demo. So I think that makes sense. But to be fair, I totally said yes. I want everyone to get access to the demo.
Yeah, but if we put the demo out there like that, I want I've done a couple like little mini conventions showing the demo off.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny to like take the demo if it was made public to then take it to these exclusive events would be kind of silly.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I mean, that's we'll continue doing that if those opportunities come along to put Crowsworn in like an event like Day of the Devs, which I've done, which we talked about in a previous update.
Yeah,
we'll continue to do those because they're very exclusive. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna keep working on the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of getting distracted. There were some people who were kind of like, well, what does this mean for the game? Like, why are you asking this? Why did you use the survey for this? Well, we didn't know the survey was a one-time thing. So we've worked with Kickstarter to get that back, even though...
Oh, they did give it back.
Well, they said they were. But I'm not sure if they did. But it doesn't matter because we...
You weren't planning on using it again anyways, right?
Yeah, we're fulfilling through Fangamer, and they'll have their own survey system.
Yeah,
that we'll send out to everybody.
Yeah, because I think Fangamer they already reached out to us. You can't see me, but I got my official Crowsworn shirt on right now, looking good.
Yeah,
I got my plushie.
I think they only sent those surveys to people of that tier. You know, it wasn't like a blast. Out for everybody. So some people are kind of like, I already got surveyed. I got an update, and it's like, well, don't worry, we're gonna get all that information from you. From Fangamer's getting to get all that information from you. Oh yeah, there's a little. Did you see this?
This is video? So cool.
Put it on X, or did he? I think he did.
Let's see.
But anyway,
let me see how many views. 2,000 views. I don't know.
2,000 views.
2.8. Well, that's probably just on that little thing.
Oh yeah, but the backer isn't. Yeah, it's in. It's an unlisted video, I think. So only backers, I'm assuming, have watched it.
Oh yeah, it is unlisted.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on sharing it here? Is that fine?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. I'll throw it on. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like just the sheer number of different attacks. So the flying attacks, the ground attacks, shooting the fire. It's so cool. Being able to use the environment. Love it.
Got the old gun.
Yeah. The rule of cool. It definitely feels cool, that's for sure.
Too bad you can't hit the revolver in the ground there and like pocket. I don't know.
Yeah. And those are the basic enemies. They can dodge, go into flight mode, sweep towards them. Like stuff.
I don't basic. I think that means like, they're not bosses.
They're not bosses. They're common.
Yeah.
There's something that you're gonna see.
Yeah, there's nothing basic about these guys.
Yeah.
So
I just love that they're also going to have like they're going to be ending up fighting with other like in-game factions, I guess is probably the word for it.
Yeah, there are scenes in the game where there are multiple factions, and I mean, I think that the code is in there for them to react to one another and like fight each other. I don't know if they're deliberately placing things together, or if it's just something that can kind of emerge from some just happenstance. You have a guy follow you and you drag. I don't know how it's going to play out. Maybe there'll be moments
because it might feel a little weird if it's forced every single time you go into the same room, the same characters are fighting. But if it's a little bit different, where it's more like Rain World, where sometimes they're in there fighting, or sometimes maybe they're still in there, but they're just fighting in a different way, or maybe one side's winning a little more and the other side, or just so it's a little bit more dynamic. So it's not like every time you leave the room and come back in, they're resetting in exact same positions,
Or like the helicopter guy, he might be you're like trying to run away from him, and you run into, a different enemy faction type, and they first are trying to aggressive to you, but then the robot might fly up and be like, oh, alarm, and start firing at them too.
More anti-flood than anything. Or I'm thinking of Halo with the flood and the robots, or whatever. The Covenant, yeah. Okay, so that was that. Until next time. And then there's one other.
In a number of our recent updates, we've talked about how there's a development status update right there, as I'm about to mention it. But we, just below, like, the team's just focused on making the best game they can now. It's no longer we have a deadline, we need to ship by situation.
Yeah.
So, or at least certainly the deadline is softer in our minds. It's not like the Kickstarter itself said December 2023, and we knew very soon after the Kickstarter was over that, there's no way we're hitting that, because then we're out hiring more animation guys, got the studio on board to do more great cinematic animations. Like, the scope of quality for the game just ballooned. So. Oh
man, those animations look so good.
yeah, they do. They're very nice. People are going to be asking for a Netflix special.
Yeah, right. Oh man, yeah.
They're going to be like, just stick all the cinemas together. Boom. Like, no, you can't. Doesn't work that way.
So animation, I imagine, takes a long time. Is that something that you're trying to get ahead of and trying to get that wrapped up or done like early on? Or is there also some like story elements where you're like, I don't even necessarily know how the animation for that should go yet, or I don't know.
I'm not the expert on the team when it comes to this part of the development. I can only assume that, there are design elements as you're going through the game that let's say you have a new biome or whatever in your game that you're like, okay, well, how are we going to make this look cool and different and, be refreshing when the player comes into this new area? And if you haven't worked all that out or kind of nailed that down, it's going to be tough to get the animators to do a cinematic for that in that particular area.
Yeah.
Say for a boss sense. Or what have you, or maybe a power up. But I think, I don't know. I think Aleks probably knows some things, or maybe there's like a little back and forth, but I'm not sure. I was gonna say like maybe the animation studio comes up with this color palette for an area and he's like, I like that better than what I was using, but who knows? Iteration is key, just making little improvements in all the aspects of the game.
Yeah, I think on your stream, Aleks was even talking about how the game kind of reveals itself to you as they're making it. Like, they don't necessarily have every answer to everything ahead of time, right?
You don't, and then sometimes with the way you might be designing a level, let's say like you're making this one segment like particularly tall or something, and you'd be like, well, we need to get the player back down to this position quickly once they get to the top. And you're like, well, we could do an elevator, but then it doesn't make, maybe it's like on the top of a cliff. It's like, why would there be an elevator here? And it's like, well, maybe we got to come up with something else that makes more sense lore-wise with the world to toss you down there. And then that might inspire you to explain where that thing you came up with comes from. And, just having to work within certain restrictions sometimes makes you more creative.
So let's see.
We did a stream. Yeah, that just covers the stream and the speedrun competition, which was pretty neat. There's a video out there that we tweeted from a perspective of one of the speedrunners, and it's pretty fascinating.
Oh, how fast! Yeah, absolutely amazing. Let's see. So the speedrun boss competition. So that came and went, and then definitely if you're really into want some more Crowsworn news, Definitely check out that live stream. It was good. If
we answered
you
a lot
don't
of questions
mind,
in there with some crow card too.
if you don't mind, I'm thinking about downloading that stream and chopping it up to just the questions and answers.
Oh, you can do that, sure.
Yeah? Okay.
If it's still up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just
I was watching it today.
Add some commentary on top.
Yeah,
That's
for
totally
sure.
fine, man.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be fun. It was weird because on Twitch it was acting funky, and like it would let me watch for a little while and then it would like crash.
Oh, so that's why you're saying you want to try and download it and then cut it up.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
that's
a way
totally
to do
fine with me. The stream, I had this nifty little like thing set up to where I can pull the questions up onto the
It was
stream.
really cool, yeah. Here.
So that should make it pretty easy for you to
Like where you guys were telling me.
Oh, there's me. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So the question, I was trying to do my best to pull up the questions that we were addressing. So it should make it pretty easy for you. You won't have to like, at least you won't have to say what the question was and here's a response or anything like that.
Yeah.
What kind of supercar will you buy after close? You had to pull up that one.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I think I made it right about to here, like 2 hours and like 8 minutes, and then it just kept crashing. So I still have to finish whatever's towards the end. So I'm excited for Crowsworn. I feel like I need to play the demo again. It's been long enough, and it sounds like there's a lot of people who are into it and don't have access. So I mean, why not just watch me?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, like the response on X. You know, a lot of the replies were kind of like people bummed out. But, you know, the backers are happy. It was just kind of a, hey, is this something you guys think we should do? We got your support. And after the survey went out and after the update, the mini campaign survey update there, number 35, we put that up. A lot of people contacted us or commented like, oh, I didn't know that's what this was about. The survey didn't really clarify. So, like, I definitely support this.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just kind of a big mess. And we're just kind of like, well, we're not gonna even try to do that. It just sounds like it'll be a headache, and you know, forget it. We'll just get back to working.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, all a developer wants to do anyway. Just work on the game, get it out as soon as they can.
Yeah. All right. And with that, we got all of our updates for Crowsworn. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you to my members. Thank you for watching all the way to the very end. And I will talk to you again more real soon. Thanks. Bye.